Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Ferdbird the Nerd with another Unhinged video game market report. I just did that for the views. Anyway, I want to also show off a couple of great games that I bought off a Whatnot follower or Whatnot seller. His name's Skylar Racing. Best show on Whatnot. I haven't sold on Whatnot in a long time. I haven't really gone back to Whatnot in a while, but this guy puts out just amazing stuff. And I have bought about six video games worth of stuff from him the past few weeks. So I just want to show those off and show you guys my new tie and all that good stuff. So if you guys are enjoying this content, please subscribe, like, leave a comment below. Tell me how dumb I am. Tell me how incorrect I am with all these different prices I have for you guys. But yeah, we have a pretty good list for you today. This is from last week, so I do apologize. It's a little bit late in its arrival, but regardless, we'll get into it. All right, first off, I got Pokemon Brilliant, the Diamond Edition, or Pokemon Brilliant Diamond from Nintendo Switch. Doesn't seem to be very common. I've never seen this in a store like a Target or like any other type of video game store. $229.95 for a 9.8. I wonder what a 9.9 goes for if you have one. The disparity between 9.8 and 9.9 isn't like comic books, but there is a disparity for sure. Interestingly enough, VJ90 sold for $280. I'm not sure if VJ90s are like the equivalent of a 9.9 or like if it's the same as a 9.8, but that was kind of a cool outlier. The grading companies you want to get this grade in are VGA, CGC, which I prefer, and good old WADA. But from what I hear, CGC grades the hardest. I don't really hear a lot about VGA. I have to ask Vinny about that. And WADA's pretty liberal as far as like their grading is concerned. So next up, we have Super Mario Brothers 3 for the NES. Green listing for a CGC 7.0 sold for $200, but I thought it was a 6.5. My apologies. What was interesting about that as well is it was still graded, but it was the incorrect cartridge and manual. So somebody messed up and put the wrong cartridge and manual. So essentially you're paying $200 for the box, it sounds like. I wonder what if you were to purchase that box, which interestingly enough, the box is still graded for a 6.5. I wonder if you would get a clean video game, maybe repress the box and the correct cartridge and got a blue label, would it go for like $400? But great collection. This art has been homaged on very many comic books in the past. I think it's a great series to get. Keeping up with the Nintendo theme, Legend of Zelda Switch Link's Awakening. 9s are selling for pretty consistent money. I want to say good money, but consistent money. 110 to 150. I'd say this is more of like a 5 to 10 year down the road version, or 5 to 10 years down the road, like thing to invest in if you are investing in. This came out. This was the next Zelda after, not Ocarina of Time, but Breath of the Wild, and then Breath of the Wild 2 came out a year or two after this. I think. But if you are specking on this, get the 4.0 version. That is the first print connotated on Nintendo Switches. Yoshi's Cookie for the Game Boy system, sealed 9.4, went for really good money, or fairly good money. I thought it was a great deal. It's a pretty cool cover. I like these old school Game Boy, boxes. They pop pretty well, and the art's pretty cool on this. And it's a D-list character of Mario, but a D-list character nonetheless. $229.50 for a sealed version of this and a 9.4. I think if you're a Mario collector, this is definitely a book to get, or a game to get. Kind of like the Winter Soldier for comic book lovers. Batman Beyond Return of Joker for Nintendo 64, a sealed version, went for $305 and a 9.4. Great value. I think I love everything about this collectible. It's Batman Beyond, who, from my experience, has taken the mantle for Gen Z. I love the collectability. The cover of this does really well. You could pair it up with a Batman Beyond, first appearance for comic books, the action figure, the DVD. I mean, the list goes on. I grabbed this for $305, and I'm not even a Batman Beyond fan, but I think it's pretty cool. It's a great get. So go get it. And Nintendo 64 games, they just pop so much when they're graded. Crazy Taxi for PlayStation 2, the greatest hits version. CGC 9.8 went for $129. Now, I want to highlight this because what's nice about this, it's a greatest hits version, which is kind of the higher print runs. But gentleman I was talking about earlier, Skylar, he runs these all the time and he sells them for like $50 to $70 and 98. You can flip those for $129 on the Bay. I think that's a really good investment in my opinion. But I don't really know how collectible this game is. Like, there's not another one coming out that I know of. It wasn't one that I knew of when I was growing up, and PS2 was like I would say my generation's like console. So I don't know, but if you are trying to flip, try again Skylar's show, get this Crazy Taxi 9.8 installed on the Bay. Metroid the Classic Series and CGC, $499.99 in a CIB 9.4. That's pretty amazing. To my understanding, I think this is a reprint. I'm not sure, but I think the cover is really cool. If you're a Metroid fan, it sounds like Gen Zers like Metroid. There's never been like a comic book I know of. I mean, I may have to do a larger search of that, but I've never seen like a comic book of Metroid. I don't know of anything coming out as far as like a series. It'd be pretty cool. I don't really know how you do it, but I think it'd be a fun series to watch or a cartoon. Cover's just sick though. This pops, and for 9.4 for a CIB, there are some collectors out there. All right, we got one more. A good old Tetris. I wanted to end this with a classic game, Tetris from the Nintendo. This was rated as one of the greatest games of all time, and I remember spending many hours with my sisters playing this game. And it's funny that Tetris has kind of been the foundation for many phone games or for many just puzzle type games going forward past this particular game. 9.2 went for $400 in a CIB. Yeah, that's really cheap. Although this is like one of the best selling games of all time as well. But you couldn't tell me that if I was a kid and some other kid was like, "Hey, you want to play this puzzle game? We're gonna play it for like hours." I'd be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Tetris is bomb. Tetris is one of my favorite games ever playing as I was growing up. So let's get into the pickups here. So again, Skylar Racing, find him on Whatnot. He's addicting as hell. But first game I have is a Secret Agent Clink from PlayStation 2. This is a second print. However, it is a 9.9. Oh shoot, there we go. 9.9 sealed. Pretty cool there. Next up, we have Scooby-Doo and the second print, First Frights. Let's see the grade on this guy. A 9.9 sealed. And these are all like PlayStation 2 games. But like, yeah, I got these two for like $70, and I just couldn't say no to it. It was too addicting. And now to some other games here. Let's see here. Okay. So I went a little crazy on San Andreas, but I really feel like this is a game to sell when the new GTA comes out. This is a second later print. Let's see what we got on this one. Oh, it's a 9.8. So 9.8 San Andreas. Pretty cool. And then I got 3 of these. I'm not going to show all 3. Well, let's show all 3. But as you can see here, all 3 9.9s. That one away. Another 9.9. I got these for under $100 too, guys. And these are later prints, so 9.9. And I think video game investing is going to be the big thing in the next couple of years. It's weird concept, right? To put an actual game that you want to play into a piece of plastic and give it a number and look at it all day. But man, growing up, I used to always display all my games anyway, so it makes sense to me. I hope you guys all enjoyed the show. If you aren't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you don't like video games, come here to learn. It's a great investment, I think, going forward. I think it's going to do a little bit better than comics. Honestly, there's just more of a broad spectrum, and it hits more collectors out there. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, and take care.